Yo. Just want to get my trade recap for tonight. Unfortunately, um, we did end up losing the account today, and um, yeah, I forgot to check and kind of manage my risks in terms of there's two losses that break even, and then another loss today. We actually hit the the drawdown limit, just because on futures that trails it actually trails your wins. So if you win 1,000, you're now you can only lose 49k. You can only lose up to that much. And in terms of um, yeah, and you make 2,000, then it trails you, like it keeps trailing you by how much you make. So yeah, those two losses kind of set me back in terms of the drawdown limit and things like that. But yeah, I'm just kind of just like kind of exhausted. I'm not gonna lie, this month has been exhausting. Um, Filled with break evens. I think we only had like one win of the whole month. Like it's starting to get to the point where I'm really struggling now. But um, and I just question my head, like, why do we get the reactions and then but we don't get the follow through? Like, am I getting manipulated, or like, we're just like, I don't know, but I tell you guys real that I'm really struggling. I'm not gonna lie, I am really kind of struggling. Like, not like, kind of just praying that something goes right, not in terms of market, but just like maybe my psychology, maybe just hoping to see some form of like progress when it comes to my trading strategy. Like, again, I'm happy with the risks, and I take those risks, and I'm happy to lose them, but it's just like I'm not sure if I feel something wrong, or this month has been manipulated. Like, this month has been heavily manipulated. Like, I'm not sure what it is, but I can't seem to get the trades that I want to get. Um, like, this is London Session Open around here. We had a huge push up. I didn't take this long just because we closed below it, and to me that invalidates this gap. So ideally I'm not gonna take a trade, especially when we've invalidated a gap. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's see if we can catch a retracement. Right, we inverse this gap here, right, and then we get a pullback into this gap. But within that pullback, we also had a 5 minute bullish Fairvalley gap, after taking out all these lows down here, tapping into this 5 minute. So I wanted to see whether we respect this gap or not, right? And I was pretty much just waiting for a push into it. We get that push into it, and we take out this. But ideally, I would have liked to seen this get taken out, but we didn't. Like, um, I wasn't convinced that these highs would be enough. Yeah, and then we inverse this small little 1 minute, and then we get a straight like Punisher move all the way down with no retracement. So even if we did get that move back down, confirming that, hey, this fair value gap isn't valid anymore, price just pushes way past it, and then we create a new range. So I'm just like, that's a range I could have like got in on, but like my rules weren't really there, right? After tapping into this 5 minute bullish fair value gap, we see a sweep of internal highs, but it should have been like, ideally for me to take a trade, I would love to see these highs get taken out. And then once we get that displacement move, um, we get no retracement back up. Once we finish flush like this and we get that flush move, there should be some form of retracement and then a continuation, right? Like, but yeah, like it should be like ideally like a break past these lows. We get that nice little tracement because now that we've shown intent to the downside, and then we get that nice move down. But what we ended up getting was we get a push from this fair value gap. We take out these internal highs, right? And then we just get a move down like this. Like, oh, it's so hard to trade like patterns like that especially when they don't really follow your rules, and it sucks that you miss out on a move like this. So I'm like, okay, cool. We're in a new range now. Let's see what we do at this 5 minute fair value gap as well as this 5 minute fair value gap too, right? Because ideally, price shouldn't have to push back up here again unless we're going bullish. So we did have a couple of draws to the downside. On the high time frame, 4 hour overextended. The 1 hour we also overextended between these lows and this high here. So we still had some room to make in terms of going bearish to fill in this range a little bit more, as we still had this fair value gap that's hovering down here too. We had this 1 hour fair value gap here, but this was created on an hour into London session opening. So once 10 o'clock hit, that 1 hour fair value gap then was created. Yeah, so again, bullish, like I wasn't favoring bullish just because we had no targets of where to go. Because again, like if I took this trade here, like let's say if anyone took this trade here and you're aiming for, let's say like a 1 to 2, we even barely get a 1 to 1. So it's kind of like where do you even target? So once we had the displacement back down to the downside, like again, we still had these draws, these draws and these draws. So once these got taken out, we actually filled a 15-minute gap. And ideally, I was looking to go long from there because now that we've taken out all the internal draws, we should now go for external. But again, we made a huge 5-minute fair value gap on the way down. And I wanted to see whether we respect this 5-minute bullish fair value gap or not. Because as you can see, we tapped into all these lows. We filled in this area. We got that. We couldn't go long. Like you must be wondering, like, Nate, why couldn't you go long from here at this 15-minute? It's because we didn't get a sweep, right? We didn't get a re-sweep of these lows, creating a new range, right? So ideally, for our V-shaped recovery to be even tolerable, we have to cover in this whole range down here, right? We have to fill in this whole range. Like ideally, we should break this with intent. But we didn't get that. So what we did was we filled in this 5-minute, and I wanted to see price tap into this 5-minute bullish one to see how we react off there. And I see that we react really nicely and leaving these highs behind. So even if we were to go long, we could have at least gone break even at these highs and then targeting these highs. After reacting from this 5-minute, taking out all these internal lows. But again, we get that inverse, right? We get no retracement. We just get a punisher move to the downside. So I'm like, okay, cool. We are within a new range now. So now our range is from here to here. Here to there. So now, this range here, I'm like, okay, cool. Like we definitely need a form of retracement because now like we're looking to target, well, it looks like that we're here to target these lows down here. That's like that was like the main draw, these lows down here. We also had like these lows over here, but those have all been taken out. But ideally, like the main draw, after we get a nice move to the downside, was these lows down here, and so I was pretty much just looking for a form of retracement into a high time frame POI, which in this case was our 5 minute. We had that liquidity sweep of these highs, which was left of these 1 minute highs. We get that V-shaped recovery, no more defenses in terms of going bullish, and then we just get absolutely punished to we just get absolutely ripped, unfortunately. Again, we had this. We had the only bullish kind of defense that they had was this 1 minute inverse on this 1 minute fair value gap. As you can see, we broke through it with some intent. And again, we had no chances to go break even just because these lows haven't been taken out yet. So we had to let the trade play out. But again, it's kind of like, just feel like I'm just getting manipulated all over the place. Like, why show me, confirmation here, and then we come up and then re-sweep this area and then get confirmation, and then but again, like a lack of fair value gaps as well. Like, where can you even look to take a entry from? Like, it's kind of like, it's like, it's very hard. Like, this month has been very hard. Like, especially, like, I don't think you guys understand. Like, when you trade, you cannot have an ego when you trade, because if you do, you lose. You've already lost, right? So, to be fair, we didn't do too bad on the account. Like, we've had it for a month. We're going break even and fucking, pretty sure we only had like 1 or 2 wins this whole month. And a lot of break evens and things like that, and a lot of trades that right direction but just wrong timing. Like, again, like I'm pretty sure this whole month it's been like wrong timing of like either wrong timing or unlucky, or I don't know what it is. Like, I'm not sure, lads, but yeah, it's been a hard month. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably just gonna like maybe give it a rest Thursday, Friday, and just get my head back in the game for the new month next week. So I might do that, just because this month hasn't been too well. And again, like the moves that we're wanting, and then we're just getting played, and like I don't know, guys. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm sitting here talking to a chart, talking to you guys, and like it's helping, getting my emotions out and things like that. But it's also like kind of frustrating when you're losing and going break even all the time. You're just hoping that one day that everything starts to make sense and everything starts to click and things like that. But I'm not gonna give hope. I'm gonna stay consistent, and keep learning, keep on pushing, keep on grinding. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace, peace, peace.